Turning now to inflation, WFXR spoke to an economics professor about ways to get through it and what to expect in the future. Professor Jennifer Elias says if you have money, it's easier to make safe investments, so it'll increase in value over time. But for those who can't invest, she says there are things everyone can try, like asking your boss for a cost of living adjustment. She also says not to buy things you don't need, but don't wait to buy things you do need.
Say you are thinking of buying, you're going to get a new phone or a computer. You should do that sooner rather than later, because the longer you wait, the more the prices are going to go up.
When it comes to paying off loans, she says there's no harm in asking for reduced interest rates or a fixed interest rate that won't increase with inflation. And while it may sound strange, Elias says don't pay off loans right now if you don't have to, because the money you spend now is worth more than the money that you'll have to pay back in the future. And while many are thinking about the future, some economists are looking to the past. Those around in the 70s and 80s might remember stagflation. Economics professor Gerald Pranti says while the causes are very different, we're sitting at a similar inflation rate, around 8%. Back then, the Federal Reserve made a calculated decision to raise interest rates to control demand and purposely cause a recession.
You can get lower inflation by causing a recession. That's not what we'd like to do, but that's what they're willing to do, probably, to try to get inflation under control.
A recession is what the U.S. is trying to avoid. President Joe Biden now calling inflation his top economic priority. Economists say inflation is costing Americans on average an extra $460 a month. We spoke with professor of politics at Virginia Tech, who says when it comes to midterm elections, the issues we're looking at go far beyond the United States.
Some of the things that have gone on in the United States are raising questions not only at home, but also elsewhere around the globe about the sustainability of democracy in the United States. And I think at some point, those are the kinds of issues we may want to take a little bit more seriously.
She says going into the midterm elections, there are raising concerns about access to polling, the safety and security of the vote, and about elections themselves.